Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Out and About in the UK. Today is a very special day here in London. It's St. Patrick's Day, so let's not waste any time and catch up with all the action.
I took a stroll down the old long walk of the day. I met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a fine soft day. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? What if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? And I knew right then, they take care of the world. Now the song will come with the golden girl.
Jason Smith is with us, and Jason has got a very important job today. Your sash says it all, but tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm the Grand Marshal today at the parade, so it's an exciting day, and it's to be honest, it's a complete honour to be asked to do such a thing.
Absolutely, and of course, Jason, you're a fantastic ambassador for Paralympics Ireland. Tell us, just keep us up to date with what you're doing now in your professional job.
Paralympic athlete, so looking ahead, this year's Rio 2016, so looking ahead to the Paralympic Games, and hopefully I can go on and win another gold medal after success in London and Beijing. So hopefully it's another big year ahead.
Well, there's no doubt that the people on the streets of London will recognise you, of course, from 4 years ago being here. It must be exciting for you to be back, and I'm sure you're going to spur everybody on as you walk along the route.
Absolutely, it's always great to be in London. I've actually been living here the last couple of years, and just to be here, be part of the city, and for me, such good memories. It's just incredible to be here.
With us right now is Kerry person dear Jerry Rochford. Jerry, sun is shining here in London. Is it shining in Kerry today? I presume it is.
I presume it is, and it's a fantastic day here. A couple of 100,000 people. It will be a great day.
The Kerry Association are out in force. Tell us about the float here that you have here today.
Yeah, we have a float with my daughter's dancers on it, and the Kerry Association are in front of us. So I'm just going down to join them now and enjoy the day.
And the festivities, I'm sure, will run long into the day.
Yeah, well, we had the St. Patrick's Day ball last night, 400 people. It was fantastic. Great night in the Intercontinental.
Just as the floats are all parking up and getting ready to start off the big St. Patrick's Day Festival in London. And joining me here is Joe Calori, standing right in front of his very own float. Joe, tell us all about the float. What's on it?
Well, it's our 6th year. We've got a lot of family and friends on the float. We brought our cousins over from Ireland to play on the float, and we're expecting a cracking day.
And what's the band's name? You have to give them a shout out now.
Cold Feet from Ennis, County Clare.
Fantastic stuff. There's going to be a lot of people. It's a cracking day for it, Joe. Are you hoping to see lots of people out on the street as you're going along?
We've met a lot already, friends like we meet every year, and new friends hopefully as well.
For concern on Christmas Eve. He's on the run! He's on the run! She's on the front, little precious water and black tea. I walk up to her and made it off the face behind you.
Sharon Sexton joins us now, and Sharon, you're in a beautiful outfit. Tell us why you're dressed like this.
I'm dressed as Kathleen Clark today. Well, that's what I'm aiming for anyway, because we've written a play over the past year, which is A Fit Wife for a Revolutionary. So it's Easter week through Kathleen Clark's eyes. It's on in 2 weeks' time in the London Irish Centre. So today was the first time I've actually put on the costume, and I'm out and about in it, so I feel like she's here today.
Fantastic. And of course, Sharon, it's a one-woman play, I understand. You previously, of course, you've been on the West End in The Commitments. It must be a bit different being on stage by yourself or something like this.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I've been really fortunate. That's what brought us over to London, actually, was The Commitments. And I'm actually in Billy Elliot, the musical, at the moment. And I've spent the last year in the wings when I'm not on stage, researching and writing this. But it's going to be so different and daunting being in, up there on my own. But I'm looking forward to it and terrified.
Excellent. And you're going to be walking among the crowds today, and hopefully you'll be handing out your flyers for the play and hopefully getting people to come. Remind us again the dates that it's running and where is it on?
So it's A Fit Wife for a Revolutionary, and it is running from the 29th of March, Tuesday, until the 3rd of April, and it's on at the London Irish Centre in Camden.
a party wouldn't be a party without the great Mockness. Welcome to London.
Thank you very much. It's really, really good to be in London for the first time.
So you've got some guys over from Galway. Tell us about the big monster behind us here.
Well, this is Crom. He's a character from Irish mythology. He's very, very old. He's come down from the mountains to visit the UK for the first time. He's a character that's appeared in Ireland a couple of times in the last few years, but it's the first time he's been over here.
Tell us about all the guys that have come over here, and I believe that it was a very big effort to get everyone over.
Yes, no, definitely. It's been a bit of a logistical challenge getting Crom over here in a truck and then getting some of the crew over as well, because the company has also been performing over in Texas yesterday, in fact. So we've been splitting our resources 2 ways this weekend. So
are you involved in any other events here in London while you're here?
No, just this one for this weekend. It's actually the first time I've seen the Patrick's Day in London, so it's an exciting day.
But you're based here in London yourself?
That's right, yeah. I've been based in London for about 10 years, but I've been working with Magnus in Galway for the best part of 6 years now.
And a great organisation they are.
Wonderful organisation. They can't seem to shake me off, and I keep coming back.
Vince, you're part of the British and Irish Trading Alliance, and you're also here in conjunction with JP Riney. A great day it is.
Wonderful day, and we want to thank everyone, British and Irish Trading Alliance, for putting this together with Brendan Riney being the head sponsor. And also we're pushing about road safety from Transport for London, and they've allowed to turn their fours and clocks initiative to green from blue for the day. Special thing, wonderful day, very excited, and I would like to thank you all for coming today, and Mr. Riney and the City of London Road Safety team for pushing this along and being at the front, number one.
It's great to be number one, and I believe you got Goldilocks beside you here to your right. Tell us about Goldilocks.
Well, it's the only day that I get to take the hair out, for a spin, so it's fantastic to be here at the parade. The weather's brilliant. The result yesterday for Ireland was brilliant, so all in all, it's a great day for the BITA to be up the front, and with the Liverpool chapter now being launched at the end of the month, it's very exciting for us.
Minister Francis Fitzgerald is here with us, and Minister, I was just asking, is this your first time in London for the St Patrick's Day Festival?
It's my first time walking down the parade here in Piccadilly. Great day to be Irish in Britain, celebrating all that's good about the Irish, and having lived and worked here for 7 years, it's a real pleasure to come back as Minister for Justice and to walk in the parade.
Fantastic, and of course you're here for a few days, and there'll be lots on, I'm sure. Are you getting the best out of the London Irish community here?
Absolutely. I was up in the Camden Irish Centre this morning, and of course we saw the greening of the Underground yesterday and today in Tottenham Court Road Station, which was really fabulous to see the best of Irish music and dance, some wonderful Irish dance, very innovative, and of course we'll be celebrating our Irish businesses. The trade between Ireland and the UK is so substantial. That'll be the next part of my visit here.
Ambassador Dan Mulhall is here leading the parade up Piccadilly. Another wonderful day, I'm sure, to be Ambassador in London.
It's fantastic. It's a great day for the Irish here in London. It's wonderful that we get to walk through the streets of central London with a great concert in Trafalgar Square. It's an appropriate tribute to the Irish here and to the contribution they've made to the City of London over the last generations gone by, because remember, the Irish were a major force in rebuilding this city after the Second World War.
Absolutely, and of course a lot of different counties here today. We can see lots of various different clubs and societies from all over London, and also some from further afield. It's great for the Irish community that live in London, isn't it, to come out and celebrate on a day like today?
It's great to have a chance like this to come out and, for example, the county associations who are playing to their county identity, because it's one of the great things about Ireland is that we have an Irish identity, but we also have a sense of being from a particular county, like yourself and myself. We all know our county identities, and it's great to have a chance here today to come out and march behind the banner of their own county.
And of course the weather couldn't be better.
The weather is good Irish weather today. Beautiful sunny day, actually quite warm in fact, but it does add to the occasion. Last year was a bit damp and it took a bit away from it, but today should be a marvellous occasion. People can walk the streets in comfort, and then they can watch the concert and enjoy an afternoon of music and crack in Trafalgar Square in lovely spring sunshine.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much for multitasking for us, Ambassador.
You're very
Walking
welcome.
and
You're very
talking.
welcome.
Thank you. Enjoy the day. Well, as the parade makes its way down Piccadilly and around the iconic Eros statue of Piccadilly Circus and down towards Trafalgar Square, stay with us here for more from the St. Patrick's Day Festival in London.
You're very welcome back to the show. Well, I've come down the parade route towards Trafalgar Square to take in some of the sights and indeed some of the musical acts performing here today. But before that, we're going to get back to the parade.
Katrina Casey, one of the people behind today's fantastic things happening all across London. How long have you been planning for this day, Katrina?
Since last September, actually. We start the planning usually about 6 to 7 months in advance, just to try and get all the detail right.
And it's a huge day, of course. Let's talk about the weather in a moment, but I mean, there's so many people involved. Roughly how many groups and organisations will be on the parade route today?
It's about 40 organisations. Apparently we've just got a vehicle count in, and we've had 53 vehicles, which is probably a bit more than we originally planned, but that's what happens every year. But it's all part of the crack.
Of course, it's no mean feat shutting down part of central London on a weekend, is it?
No, it's not. But you know, I have to say credit to the Mayor of London and his team, because they make it really happen for us, and they put quite a bit of money into making sure that the Irish community has an opportunity to really celebrate this fantastic festival every year.
Of course, the weather being so good means there'll be loads of people out on the streets cheering everyone along, no doubt.
Well, you know, we were on our knees saying a prayer last night, and it worked.
Katrina, have a fantastic day. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Well, the St. Patrick's Day Parade in London really was a huge success here today. We're in Trafalgar Square at the moment, and one of the highlights of the music performances here today was Nathan Carter. So let's take a little bit from him.
It turns around and the poor time's round. 2, 3, I'm the last of the Irish rover. Let's go!
Nathan, welcome to London. You've just performed in front of around about, I'd say, it must be about 20,000 people. How do you feel?
It was amazing. My first ever time performing outdoors in London. And what a privilege and an honour it was to be invited here for the St. Patrick's Day Festival. Massive crowd. What a day. There's not a cloud in the sky. The crowd were unbelievably hyped and psyched for the gig. And I only did about over half an hour, but it was really enjoyable. One of the best gigs I've done in a long time.
And I was taking a look, I was watching the crowd as you were performing, and they seemed to know every single word to all the songs.
They were singing away, clapping away and dancing, and there was a few jiving at the front as well, so it was really cool, a really enjoyable gig, and people have travelled from, not just from London, from all over the country and from Ireland to be here, you know, so it's an honour for me to be here, and I won't forget it, that's for sure. I won't forget this gig in a long time.
Your career is really, really flying at the moment. What kind of work went into getting to where you are now?
Well, I've been gigging since I was 16 in pubs, clubs, playing to 5 or 6 people most nights when I was starting out, and the last sort of 3 or 4 years have been really great. Developed a big fan base all over the UK and Ireland, and the gig's going very well. I've got a brand new album coming out next month, which is called Staying Up All Night, and we've got a lot of UK dates. We're back in London actually in the very end of May, the 29th, Sunday, Bank Holiday Sunday, the 29th of May. So I'm appearing in the O2 in Shepherd's Bush for my debut gig there, which should be good fun. But thankfully things are going well, and the fans are great, and I wouldn't be here without them.
Well, Nathan, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks very much. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's been an honour to be here. Thanks very much.
Colin O'Gorman joins us now. Colin, you've just come off the stage after what I would say was quite a rousing speech. You touched the hearts, I'm sure, of a lot of people there. What was your message from the stage?
Well, it was first of all a moment to celebrate what we did in Ireland now almost a year ago, where we voted overwhelmingly to place the principle of equality at the heart of our constitution, remembering that that was one of the principles that underpinned the proclamation, something else we're going to be celebrating, hopefully, and commemorating in the next month or so. So it was both a moment to celebrate that, but also to thank the Irish in London who helped to make that to happen. You know, the Home to Vote phenomenon was just one of the most incredibly inspiring, moving, uplifting moments of that campaign.
And we ask that you support the GAA clubs of London and London Irish, and also attend the London Games staged now at Ruislip in the same manner that Sam Maguire, Liam McCarthy, Michael Collins and many others did 100 years ago. 2,000 children will play in this year's All Britain Championship in July from all over this country, and a cross-community team from Ulster will also play. Please support this incredible tournament. Both sporting codes have stalls at the top of the square where you can find details of how to play, help, or just turn up to support. Thank you, the GAA, and thank you, London Irish, for all that you do, and keep up your great work.
How do you feel after playing in front of such a huge crowd?
Fantastic. There was a really brilliant vibe. The audience were just in great form, and you've got such a fantastic day. It's lovely. A sea of green, responding really well to the music. Lovely.
How does it feel like to be playing to a home crowd?
It's fantastic because you're standing up on the stage and you can see lots of people that you know, and in particular I could see a lot of our music students. I did a shout out for Mulkere, and they were there all in the green and giving it large. It was lovely to see.
Tell us about the band.
The band, gosh, at this stage now I've been together for over 15 years. Just released our 5th album last year and we're still promoting that. And just keeping busy between one thing and another. Probably have festivals coming up in the summer, and just plugging wherever we can this new album, the one I love the best.
If people want to find out more about the London Lasses and Chris O'Malley, is there a website?
There's a website, it's www.londonlasses.net, or on Facebook with the London Lasses.
joins us here on the side of the stage in Trafalgar Square. Beautiful day, Monday. The sun is shining in your eyes. I don't suppose you thought it was going to be like this in London.
No, I put on a big heavy coat and a scarf, and now I have it off me now. So yeah, London's definitely more tropical than Dublin.
You're going to be playing with the Camembert Quartet on stage, the Late Late Show band they're otherwise known as. How many songs are you going to be doing today?
4/5 if we can squeeze it in, is what I was told. So yeah.
Will you be squeezing in the Galway Girl maybe?
That's in the contract. That's like, if I don't, that's the only song that I can't not do.
Have you had a wander around through the crowd and see what the atmosphere is like out there?
Yeah, I went out and it's great buzz out there. Everybody's fairly well behaved. I'm sure in a couple of hours now people will be a little bit more looser, but I know it's great to see so many Irish people here, you know.
I saw on Facebook you were looking for somewhere to play. I think, was it tonight or whatever? Did you find somewhere?
I did. I got many suggestions, and I have to go home in the morning to do a little ad for Aer Lingus, believe it or not. So it's an internet ad, but otherwise I would have done a gig tonight. But I'm flying home this evening.
Okay, fantastic. I mean, but you've played in London before, and you know the crowd is always, I'm sure, good for any bands coming over from Ireland. I mean, it's a city that loves its live music and its live gigs.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing. I mean, in the last 5 or 6 years, everywhere, you know, I got to travel a lot more since the recession and stuff. So it's amazing to be embraced outside of your own country. It's great to be embraced in your own country primarily. But yeah, no, I mean, there's great spirit out there, you know.
And what's coming up for you in the next few weeks and months?
Getting busier. I've got a few gigs for the 1916 commemoration. I've got one in Tullamore and one in Dublin. Doing a bit of travelling then over the summer and festivals and whatnot. And I put out a new album last year, so I'm still in the process of letting people know that that's out there. So yeah, I'm kept busy.
And a mongrel begins to fire. When a wino in the fire. And his owner doesn't care. What's that? Because he really isn't there. Come on, Ireland! Oh my, oh my, oh my, July. Irish women everywhere.
What an amazing day we've had here at the St. Patrick's Day Parade here in London. The weather has been amazing also. Maggie, any particular highlights?
What a festive occasion it has been, Ian. And, you know, to see all the county colours, I think, come out and all the community of the Irish in London to come out and celebrate today. A beautiful backdrop we've got here behind us, the National Gallery, right here in Trafalgar Square in London. You couldn't have had a better place for this today.
Well, we do hope you enjoyed the show. If you'd like to contact us, send an email to ian@irishtv.ie and also check us out on Facebook and on Twitter. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have right now. But do come back to us next week when we'll be out and about in the UK.